Hello storytellers, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Lauren. I'm an actress, teacher and all-round storyteller. This here is my loving partner Daniel, of which actually you're kind of the reason we're making this video.
Yeah, so I've played a lot of collectible trading card games over the years. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, Vanguard, Vice Schwartz.
Cool, yeah.
You know, so on and so forth. And Lauren makes Disney content.
As you now know because you're watching it.
Yeah. And Disney have had their own go at it.
So the plan for today's video is we're going to unbox the Lorcana that we have bought and react to what we see, the quality, the design, and then tomorrow we will actually set up trying and playing it, which will be the second part of the Lorcana series that I'm doing on the channel. And hopefully I'm going to enjoy it and it's going to feel relatively compatible to play, and this may become a series of me and Daniel playing against each other. So first of all, we bought the Lorcana trading card game sort of learn to play gateway set. We actually bought this separately to the rest. We bought that first and went, we'll figure it out, and then we were in Newcastle in a very small gaming shop and we spotted this, which has now been dented, I've noticed.
Yeah, the shop actually was in Durham.
Oh, it was in Durham, yeah. But I just turned down, and again, I think this was like £15.
I think it was about 20, but we got it on the day of release.
Yeah. And
it was the gateway set, which was a couple of weeks ago now, at time of recording. But yeah, this looks like a really interesting set to kind of get you into the game. I don't know exactly what it contains.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming 2 decks and some play mats of some kind. And
I think it says on the back, 2 starting decks, 4 reward packs, 30 damage counters, 2 character movers, 2 character bases, 1 game board, 1 rule book, 1 guidebook, and 2 deck tips pamphlets. Which looks like that. Yeah, so we sort of saw it and went, well, it's new, it's just come out. It says learn to play. This is probably going to be very helpful for me, who gets quite frustrated when I don't pick things up quickly.
Yeah.
So I am actually going to go get some scissors to open this, I think.
From like a quick aside, whilst Lauren's getting scissors, one of the first things I noticed is this is actually produced by Ravensburger, who make a lot of children's toys. They are more of a toy manufacturer than a card manufacturer, as far as I've known them. Now, this might be showing my age a little bit, but I always think of Pokemon as being produced by Wizards of the Coast. I found out that actually ended 21 years ago. But, you know, so my experience of card games is primarily card games produced by Wizards of the Coast and Konami. So I'll be very interested to see these cards, see how they feel, see if they are of a similar quality.
Hello.
Hello.
So I hear you say that you thought Ravensburger make toys.
Yeah.
They've been making puzzles and games for years.
Yeah.
I know that from when I worked at Hamleys and had to give.
They make puzzles, don't they?
Yeah, puzzles is their main one, but they also make quite a lot of games as well. But they're the more classic games that you'd expect.
So that's what I mean. I'm interested to see what the feel of a Ravensburger TCG card is.
Yeah.
Because the thing about board game cards versus card game cards is card game cards are designed to be shuffled much more often.
Yeah.
Used a lot more.
Whereas the kind of card game we think it's going to be, they're normally glossier, coated.
Yeah.
So I'm more excited to see the design style they've got for the characters, because they haven't just gone, this is Mickey, and slapped on like one of the animated versions that we've seen. They're meant to be themed or like battle uniforms, playing on that kind of, thank you. I'm going to pop them down there in case we need them again. Meant to be playing more like the fantasy war style.
Some more intricacies, but opening it immediately, you get a nice big rules book, and it isn't a little pamphlet that you get in a starter deck for like a Yu-Gi-Oh, or which I mean you don't even do anymore, but like when they used to do that, it is a big large rules book.
But it's also just from looking inside. Obviously, I'm not fully sitting here and reading it just yet.
It looks quite simple.
Particularly if somebody gets quite overwhelmed by big chunks of text.
Yeah, it's short. It's short little bits of text. There's not loads and loads going on. Hopefully, that means that the rules are quite simple.
Oh, I hope we get rabbit. Sorry.
And then on the back of the manual, I did notice there's a QR code, which may be
Scan this code for how to play videos, frequently asked questions, and more.
There we go.
So that will definitely come in handy as we play.
Yeah, you get that kind of QR code link in the Yu-Gi-Oh decks now instead of an actual rule book, but this comes with both.
So yeah, it feels a nice quality. It is, obviously, as you can see, it's quite flimsy. So I feel like if you're playing this with little kids, you may want to keep hold of this, because it's very easily rippable. So for the longevity, look at me with big words, for the longevity of the game, just be aware this isn't like a big plush book. This is, it's nicely made.
It's a rule book. Yeah. It's a rule book from any game.
It also comes with a guidebook, which I was interested because...
What's the difference? So this looks more like a product book.
So it talks about shifting strategies, flood bond characters and shifts, the right tool for the job. So I think this is to just give you tips and tricks of how to play the game better.
Yeah.
Not
the core rules, but what the strategies are and how the game might flow. Which
again, for someone like me who can sometimes struggle with the strategy side of games, that will be really handy. So I'm really glad they've included that as well. I will be honest, my first impressions once we've got rid of those is not great.
So let's move. So you've got something called deck tips here, which I'm guessing are tips for the two decks in here.
Yes.
So there's one.
I'm going to say we close it because I think it's going to spoil us to cards that are in the pack.
But we've got one which is
Elsa
and Mickey.
Well done. And then one that is Stitch and Maleficent. So you definitely get the idea that there is a wide range of characters. Stitch, and this is wearing a collar.
On the rear of these, it lists all the cards that are in the pack.
Yeah, which is why we're going to put them down. But these will obviously come in handy depending on what deck you're playing with. So yeah, but the reason I said it's not looking great is because I knew there'd be some element that's cardboard, but
we've got counters. Now, card games need counters.
But they're not... I'm a stickler for stuff like this. They're not printed centrally. So if you were to break them out, the 1 isn't in the centre or the 3 isn't in the centre, and that would really annoy me.
So I have found something that I don't like about them, right?
Is it how matte cardboardy they are?
No. So that... The Pokemon TCG, once upon a time, gave you glass counters.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, if you go back far enough. They then switched to cardboard counters, very similar to these, right? The issue with cardboard counters and the way they're pressed is that you have one side that's rounded and it's quite satisfying, it's quite glossy.
And the other side would be flat.
And the other side is very flat, right? But rather than giving you two boards, one that has...
Yeah. Mickey and Stitch.
Right, and all their counters, and then one side that has Elsa and Maleficent and all their counters.
They've just printed it on the back, which means one side is the flat matte.
Yeah, which is not a problem for the counters so much because you can put those down always the same way, but
the cards it will be.
The cards, one side will be flat, which is probably a small gripe for most people, but I find that quite frustrating.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't think kids are going to notice, and obviously this is aimed more at a younger audience, but that...
I don't know it is. I don't know that it is.
That, me. Well, it says on the back, the playing age.
Yeah.
And it says 8+. So yeah, it's...
I mean, so does Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. So this is
now,
the
this
game
is more
board.
like it.
So the back obviously is just the colours and the logo Lorcana, although this board's really stiff. No, like as in doesn't snap into place well. And then that's the board.
But this is actually a really nice cardboard. This is like a board game type board. It's not like a card game type playmat.
But I like how you've got your deck, your discard, the cards in play, and there's something called an inkwell, which I'm intrigued to find out what that means. But it's also got like, sorry, I'm looking at this, which one I'm not showing you. I'm gonna close it a minute. So it's got on your turn, and it runs you through what you need to do on your turn, and what everything does. And it's nice and compact, and it's right there. It's not like an extra card. Because one of the games we played on holiday, the rules are printed on separate cards for players, so you all get a card each, which is great because you don't need a board. But I like that as this is a board, it's on the board.
Yeah. Other thing I would say is this, a game mat like this in Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh, if it was an official licensed product, would be £20-25 easily, and this entire set was that kind of money. So I feel like this is actually really good value, really nice addition. As long as it holds up over time, we'll see. But yeah, I like that.
The counter clips that you'd use for your character got an interesting shape. They're nice, plastic.
Okay.
There's not a lot to say about them, but yeah, I like them. They feel like a really good quality. But also, because they come in such a big bag, although I'd probably get like a fancy bag, it means all those counters
can all go in one place.
We do already have one bag for them, but I would probably get like a fancy, magical felt something.
Yeah.
Because I'm extra. So now we're on to the actual starting decks and whatever these are.
So I think these are little like booster decks, aren't they?
Yeah, it says this pack is locked, do not open yet. So
I think when you play the game, you win some cards as part of it. So we should leave those.
Yeah, we're going to leave those for when we play.
And then we can show off some of those cards when we play.
Would you like Stitch and Maleficent or Elsa and Mickey?
Who do you want? This is you, isn't it?
Oh, that's hard. I've got the Stitch and Maleficent deck, and the first card. Oh my god, it's Winnie the Pooh! Hold up, I'm sat on my jacket. I can't move so much. It's Winnie the Pooh, and he's on the honey pot, like cloud. He looks like a magician.
Oh yeah, it's like it's like a very serene Winnie the Pooh, and it's not a honey pot. It's like a beehive.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
I love Winnie the Pooh. I am going to pop them there. I'm now going to do it from the top so I don't see who the character is, because I've now spoiled who the bottom one is again. I'm also quite excited about. So
that's just the Lorcana rules card. You should have noticed the back was different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this says once you play through, you can reset this game for new players. And it's got a QR code to explain how you reset.
Another thing is, make sure these cards end up in the same order, because it wants them in this order to start.
Yeah, which is why I've put Winnie the Pooh at the bottom, and I'm going to do the same again. I'll put him at the bottom there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does say do not shuffle. So up first we have got Mickey Mouse, and he is classic Mickey.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, very
the feel of the cards, I can't decide if I feel like they're plush enough or not. They've got like a soft matte feel.
I've just held one for the first time. They feel thinner than a Yu-Gi-Oh or a Magic the Gathering.
Well, you held the Winnie the Pooh one, but I think it's the first time I've said.
Yeah, it's the first time I've kind of held one, and
they've got a soft matte feel, but they are thin.
Yeah.
These are not as well produced as Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon.
The finish on the card is really good. The kind of resolution of the image is really good. One thing it doesn't have, which I would be slightly concerned about, is I can't see any obvious marks that would be like a legitimacy mark, something that would make it right. Because one of the issues that Yu-Gi-Oh has, especially.
Well, you've got right at the bottom it says Disney Lorcana with the trademark.
Yeah, that's fine.
Again, very small.
Card games, the cards will have something on them that it'll always be hollow. It'll always be a bold color in some way that becomes very difficult to reproduce by someone like someone third party. And it kind of proves the card is genuine and from the maker. I can't see something on these cards that is that. Anyway.
So next up is... Oh, sick! It's Daisy Duck.
Oh, cool.
But she's kind of done in like a Rapunzel-esque style, maiden of the village kind of thing.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So we've got classic characters to begin with. Next up we've got Winnie the Pooh.
So there'll be multiples of some of the cards.
Yeah.
Most card games allow you to run between 2 and 4 copies of a card. And so by having multiple copies of the same card, you can more reliably draw into them, which means you can more reliably run a certain strategy.
Okay. Oh, I hear you. Oh, we got Stitch finally. Like his portfolio picture from the front. It's just him by a beach wearing a dog collar, which, I don't know. In the series, does he get a collar?
Not that
Because in the films he doesn't. It's just an artistic design thing, but yeah. Some of the, like they've got little bits of writing on. So Stitches, Lilo, David, I got a new dog. Oh, what? You sure it's a dog? Uh-huh. He used to be a collie before he got run over. That's from the film.
Yeah.
I like that.
They have little quotes on them.
Or they've got something. So my advice would be actually read the card. Oh.
What have you got?
We've got Minnie Mouse as a beloved princess.
That's cute.
As a kid, I think I've still got it in storage. I got Minnie Mouse, who was meant to... I thought she was a queen, but later on, I think it was my mum was like, no, she's Juliet from Romeo and Juliet. And I was like, oh, but it looks very similar to that. Merlin as a rabbit. Nice.
Okay.
Another Winnie the Pooh. I'm stuck. It's when he eats all the rabbit's honey and gets stuck in rabbit's door hole. I feel that. Oh, a different Stitch. He's an alien dancer.
The fact that the Winnie the Pooh says I'm stuck rather than Winnie the Pooh, makes me think it's like what would be called like a trap card.
It's
a
an
magic
action card, yeah.
Yeah.
Chosen exerted character can't ready at the start of their next turn. Oh, bother, not again. So, yeah.
Can I make a quick prediction then?
Yes.
So, in Magic the Gathering, when you take an action with a card, you tap it, which means you twist it to the side. And then part of your upkeep for your next turn is untapping all your cards.
I see.
So I think that will mean that in this game, you tap the cards, and if someone plays I'm stuck, you can't untap that card.
I see, okay. I've got Maleficent. Just as she is, not in her dragon form.
Yeah, cool.
Ooh, that's an interesting Jafar. He's like a warrior. Wicked sorcerer, it says. That looks like an outfit you'd see on Drag Race.
It does look like a Drag Race outfit.
Stitch again. Christopher Robin. It's cute.
Oh, that's cute. He's got a little Pooh Bear with him.
Yeah. Let's try and tidy these up. Olaf! And he's surrounded by like pink snow.
Nice.
I love Olaf. Jafar. Maleficent.
Very cute.
Oh, I want to get a dog and call it Pluto. Unexpected.
What have you got?
I've got the wardrobe, which is Belle's confidant. I like that. It's a character I didn't expect. I assumed it'd be a lot of the main characters or like their companion, not some of the more sideline ones. I've got one that's just called Magica Dispel, Ambitious Witch. It looks a bit like Daisy Duck's evil cousin.
Hmm.
I'm hungry, Mother. I really am. Which Dalmatian do I say I'm most like?
I forgot his name.
The fat one called Rolly.
Ah.
I'm hungry. I really am.
Hungry pup.
Did you bring me anything to eat? Oh, I love that. It even says I'm hungry, Mother. I really am. Daisy Duck again, who we've seen. Oh, a different Jafar this time. Lamp Thief Jafar. That's more like the Jafar I recognise.
Yeah.
I do like that they've sort of mixed up their outfits and art. Piglet from A Blustery Day. He's got his little scarf. His broom in the leaves. For a very small animal, he has an awfully big heart. It's my favourite episode of Winnie the Pooh, Blustery Day. The Magic Maid. Again, a Beauty and the Beast one I didn't expect. Lumiere's girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah. Jafar again. Magica Dispel. Stitch the Dancer. Minnie the Beloved Princess. Piglet. Olaf, Winnie the Pooh. So they're all repeats. But yeah, that's the set. That's the deck. I'm impressed by the characters.
Yeah.
I do have to say that I'm impressed by the characters.
By the variety.
Yeah, but more so like the characters I didn't expect to see. So, you know, I didn't expect to see the wardrobe or the maid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably also because they're from my favourite Disney film, but...
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you need thousands of characters to make up a card game.
Yeah.
Realistically.
And Disney has got thousands of characters.
They have, but in order for Disney to have thousands of characters, they're going to have to dig deep into
their archives and go small.
Yeah. Right.
I'm intrigued to see if they'll update with like more modern characters. Do you want me to put that in the bin?
Yeah. If you've got a bin there, that'd be great.
Yeah, because obviously Wish came out last year. I'd be intrigued to see if like Magnifico ends up in there or Asher.
So I've got my own starting deck card, which is good because that means we can keep these divided.
Yeah. Do not shuffle, and again it's Elsa and Mickey.
And then I will pass these to you.
And I will
show them off. So my first card's a Mickey Mouse. You also had a Mickey Mouse on your top, but this is Detective Mickey Mouse.
Oh, it's very steampunk.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the blue hue. It's not a colour you associate with Mickey often.
And then I've got a Minnie Mouse, which is always classy Minnie Mouse. And it's more of a classic Minnie Mouse.
Oh yeah, that is classic Minnie. We say classic Minnie, it's the classic Minnie we recognise. She wasn't originally in red and white. She was in blue and yellow, wasn't she?
Okay. Then I've got an Anna card. I really like the art on this. It's called Braving the Storm Anna. And this card appears to have some kind of effect, something we didn't discuss before, and then a quote. Yeah, I like that. It's quite cute.
Oh, it's her. She's going up the mountain to find Elsa. Because of Disneyland Paris and Illuminations, I only hear their names now with like the French twang. Anna.
And I have
Elsa!
this deck's Olaf card. There seems to be a few cards that both of the decks will have a version of.
What's he holding?
Looks like a rock.
Yeah, it looks like he's holding a massive rock with lightning in the background. I'm wondering if that's related to Frozen 2. The rock giants, maybe. Bit odd.
I've got Ice Surfer Elsa.
Oh, Ice Surfer?
Yeah. So she looks like the Silver Surfer, basically.
Oh, yeah, that's Frozen 2. Is when she basically beats the water.
Yeah.
And she manages to turn the water horse into ice. That's cool. Particularly, this proves they are using the more modern films and references as well.
I have got a reluctant host rabbit.
Oh,
He looks so grumpy.
he's so grumpy and yellow. I love him. If you've not been around before, Rabbit was my favourite character in Winnie the Pooh because he's bossy. And as a kid, I was really quiet and not bossy, and I wanted to be bossy.
This is my favourite card so far.
Okay.
Right. Mainly because from like a TCG standpoint, it's such a great name for a card. The card is just called He's Got a Sword.
So yeah, he's got a sword. It's Abu from Aladdin, and it's him with one of the army knives. Yeah, I like that. He's got a sword. Just the simplicity.
Aurora,
Ooh.
Regal Princess.
Oh, they've done her in blue. I like Aurora in blue.
Inquisitive Pet Pascal.
Oh, they've made him very blue, but like, I still like it.
I feel like I've got a decent way into this deck without repeats so far, so I feel like I'm going to have a lot of repeats at the back end.
Yeah, you probably are, but that's fine. It means we get through them quicker, don't we?
Another Elsa. Appreciative Artist Rapunzel.
Oh, I love that.
The art is gorgeous.
The art on that is stunning. I don't know if the camera will do that justice.
I think at the bottom of the card it also says who the artist is. I don't know if they're all the same.
Yeah, no, they're not all the same. That says Aubrey Archer. The one before says Alice Pisoni. So yeah, they've got the artist of who
did the art for that card.
Well, Aubrey Archer. Thank you.
I've got Enthusiastic Duck, Webby Wonderquack. Right?
Is it Donald?
No.
Okay.
This art was done by Louis Jones. It's quite funny.
I think that's meant to be Daisy, isn't it?
No, I think it's just like a minor character because it says the character's name, doesn't it? So that says Rapunzel.
Yeah.
That one says Webby Wonderquack. So that must be that character's name. It must be.
Oh no, this might be from the more
DuckTales.
modern DuckTales series, yeah. Which I haven't got around to watching yet.
I've got Noble Scoundrel Hans.
Yeah.
It's quite simplistic art. It's very much set in its world. It's not.
Yeah. It's got Anna's portrait in the background, so it feels like it's maybe in her bedroom.
Weird to have a portrait of yourself in your own bedroom.
Is it?
Portrait feels like a lot of effort.
Okay.
Another always classy mini.
I feel like we have some repeats now, aren't we?
Webby Wonderquack. Wise Friend Sisu. This is a new one.
Oh, this is from Rare and the Last Dragon.
Which we haven't seen yet.
We have. You went to cinema with me to see it.
I don't think I did.
You did. You said it wasn't your favourite you'd seen from them.
Okay.
I said I quite enjoyed it, but mostly for the water element. But again, it would not be in my top list.
Caring Mother Iduna. Is that how you pronounce her name? Iduna?
Iduna, yeah. That's Anna and Elsa's mum. Again, sticking to like the artwork of the original film.
And I've got another mother.
That's her in Northuldra.
Mulan's mother, Farley.
Ah, Farley. That's actually quite nice. Again, they're playing with this pack feels like there's a lot of blue tones in it.
Yeah. Beloved steed, Khan.
Mulan's horse, yeah. Oh no, not Mulan's horse. No, that is Mulan's horse. I can't remember if that was hers or Shang's.
I think I found one of my favourite cards so far.
Does it be he has a sword?
Maybe. It's Super Goofy.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's an image I didn't need to see.
It's like Goofy is Superman.
Goofy is Superman. It looks like he's wearing what do you men call them? The long johns, you know, like the all-in-one onesie. Yeah.
Full deck card soldiers.
Oh, from Alice in Wonderland. Queen of Hearts is a deck of cards. I like them, and again, they've stuck with the classic style. Any repeats?
There's a repeat.
Olaf.
I can't remember if I've had a Donald Duck so far.
No.
So I've got a boisterous, foul Donald Duck.
Ah, classic Donald.
Yeah, very classic Donald.
Yeah.
Webby Wonderquack, which seems to be like a core card for this deck. Another Donald. Another Pascal. Another Aduna. Another Aurora. Another Mickey Mouse. And another Anna to finish.
Cool. So, like we said, there was a lot of repeats
at the back end.
At the back. So far, I am impressed. I do like.
I like a lot of what I'm seeing.
Yeah, but again, I feel like the quality of the actual product, the physical,
the cards,
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm impressed so far.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm still intrigued to play it. I would say it does, unfortunately, feel. It doesn't feel like something you'd play a lot because of the quality of the cardboard and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that will bring us on to something else that we have purchased. Do you want to do the starter decks next, or do you want to do these?
Starter decks.
Cool. Let's do the starter decks.
So we bought 2 starter decks. This one is the first chapter, and it's got Mickey and Moana. And the other one we got was The Rise of the Floodborn, and the front has got the Evil Queen and Gaston.
So, just to explain a little bit, so The Rise of the Floodborn and the first chapter aren't the names of the decks. What they are is their series in the card game, right? So that this Lorcana is divided up into releases. Mm-hmm. And I think, obviously, the first chapter was the first one. That would make sense. I think Rise of the Floodborn is a more recent one. I don't know if it's the most recent. Apparently there was a new one that's just been released. I don't know if this is it or if there's another one. But the person we spoke to first said there's been 4 or 5 sets.
Okay, so it comes in a box like this. I am going to quickly flip those cards over. They come wrapped in tissue. But also in the box you get more counters that are actually part of the box packaging. You get
a paper playmat. Yeah, so this is
paper playmat,
more akin to what you'd get in an old Yu-Gi-Oh deck box.
Which could be handy for like travel if you want to play this while traveling. And again, I believe this is just instructions.
So this is more like what you would turn up to a card game shop with, whereas this is more like sitting at home with your partner and playing. Yes, and each one comes with
12 additional playing cards,
a booster deck, booster pack.
So I'm going to go through the ones in tissue first that are not the booster pack.
It's interesting that they've chosen that kind of tracing paper as a.
So I haven't seen anything that says these need to stay in this order.
They probably won't need to.
But I'll still, So first up we've got Oh, Dr. Facilier. Friends on the Other Side. So it's the witch doctor from Princess and the Frog, which I can't remember if you've seen or not.
I have seen.
Yeah. I like that. I like they've done him as like shadow with obviously the green of his magic and the purple of the portraits. It's on theme for his character, but it's not like a direct copy from the film. That's cool. Yes, I want it that way. Then I've got him again. Him again. I feel like
These are in order, so these are meant to be shuffled.
Next up is Yzma, the alchemist. So this is her in her potions lab from Emperor's New Groove.
And the fact that we've got 3 of the
Friends on the Other Side.
Yeah, suggests to me that the deck limit for cards probably is 3, which is the same as Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yzma.
Yzma, yeah.
Like a mad scientist. Only 2 of her.
Yeah.
We've got another The Wardrobe, which we've already seen.
Okay.
3 of them. Sven! Official ice deliverer. I love reindeers.
So one thing that is different about this, and not in a negative way, although these are starter decks, is that the structure decks in Yu-Gi-Oh, mostly you get 1 copy of a card in it. Maybe you get 2, but mostly you just get 1 copy of a card, and especially the kind of core cards that you would need for that strategy. So often in Yu-Gi-Oh, in order to build a deck, you have to buy 3 of these, right? Whereas because this seems to provide multiple copies of what looks to be a lot of the kind of core cards, hopefully it won't be as difficult to build
a deck.
Yeah.
Next up is Rafiki, the mysterious sage. They've definitely done him as more as that like purple gothic wizardy kind of vibe. I like it. It's not what I expected of Rafiki. I feel like it's taken away from the sort of the African vibes of Lion King a little bit.
Okay.
It's alright.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rafiki's the character I would have gone down the route of like that. We only got 1 of Sven, by the way.
Okay.
3 of Rafiki. Next up is Pascal. Just nice and simple.
I think they're trying to show a lot of the characters in a new environment, though, aren't they? They're giving the artist a lot of license to do something different.
Olaf with pink snow, which I've dropped. And because I'm an elf, I can't get up. There we go. This is Olaf with the pink snow, which we've already seen in the starter set. And we got 3 of him. Maleficent, who we saw in the starter set. Oh, we've got the magic brooms from Fantasia. I quite like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And there is 3 of them. Oh, we've got Jetsam, one of Ursula's eel spies, which means hopefully Flotsam's going to turn up as well. Again, with these guys, they've stuck with very traditional animation. Jetsam, there is 2. Jafar in his warrior gear, which we have already seen. There's Flotsam. He's the fatter one. I feel like if you were making a deck, you would want Flotsam and Jetsam together. Okay, we've got Dr. Facilier as the charlatan. So this is him as he goes around New Orleans.
So have you had 2 different Facilier cards in that deck?
Yes.
Oh.
He's a very popular character.
The other Facilier card, though, was a, like, action card or whatever it was called. Wasn't it? It wasn't actually called Facilier.
Yeah, it's called Friends on the Other Side. That's an action card. But it's still nice how they've sort of done the characters as both
absolutely.
a character card and an action card. 2 Dr. Faciliers. Oh, I've got a different Dr. Facilier this time. Agent Provocator. So I think this is when he's trying to coerce you into the magic. I really like that one.
Provocateur.
I like that one. Again, playing on the purples and the greens that Disney has made famous for being evil. There's only one of that. I've got an item. I think it's my first item. Dingle hopper. Do you remember what a dingle hopper is?
It's a fork.
It's a fork, remember? Yeah. In Scuttle's hand. Got another dingle hopper. Another dingle hopper. Part of Your World. This is an action song. And it's Ariel with her legs, but it looks like she's sort of walking away from the castle and singing. Interesting design. I like it.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Only one of those so far. Then another action song, Hakuna Matata, which is them walking across the log bridge. Again, I love the nod to the original film, but done in like a different colour scheme. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Got two of those. Action, Control Your Temper. I'm obviously in love with this one because it is Prince Adam, it is the Beast. And it is Belle telling him you need to control your temper. And again, it is done very much in the original Disney style. Which, for being the Beast, I'm going to have. Two of those. Action song, Be Our Guest. Again, this looks like a snapshot from the movie of them dancing on the table with her food.
Nice.
I think two of those. Stitch with the little dog collar, which we've seen before. Minnie Mouse Beloved Princess, we've seen before. They seem to be like base ones now that I'm looking at it. Mickey Mouse Original, who we've seen before. Ooh! Maximus, which is the horse from Rapunzel. And this is the Relentless Pursuer. I actually like what they've done with him. It kind of looks like what you think he'd look like once Rapunzel gets hold of him and looks after him with like all the braids and the accessories. I like that. I like they've taken like him and adapted him, but it still looks like the original story. We got two of him. Hey hey.
Hey hey.
Hey hey. Oh, they've made him look really straggly.
He is very straggly.
I don't remember him being that thin in the film, but yeah, that made me giggle. Hey hey. We've got two of him. We've got Hades, Lord of the Underworld. It's him on the boat with his skeleton boat rower. I don't know their name.
Or?
No, the person who rows for him.
Oh, yeah.
With all the dead hands coming out of the river. River of Souls. I like that.
Yeah.
I've recently read one of the Twisted Tales by Serena Valentino about Hades, and now because of that I see him in a completely different light. Yeah. Ooh, I've got Cinderella, Gentle and Kind. This is her when she's looking at some magic. So it's still done in the style of the film, but looks very different from the actual film. I'd say the actual art of it as well was a slightly different style. Because in the original she basically doesn't really have much of a nose. Snow White has like no nose. I've got Ariel on human legs. So that's her in her blue outfit as she explores around Tarula, I think it is called Tarula, the area she's in. But yeah, I like that. I've got another Cinderella. Oh, Mickey Mouse Wayward Sorcerer. This is different. This is not our Sorcerer Mickey. This is done again in that kind of purple steampunk sort of style. Very iridescent. Very different from the films. But I kind of like that.
Okay, so we've actually got a hollow card as well.
Yeah, it's like leaning into the sort of steampunk style.
We've got a shiny.
We've got a shiny.
This is the first time I've seen a shiny in the sets we've had.
Yeah, we have a shiny. I like that. Then we have Moana, who I think might also be a shiny because she's got some metallic to her.
Yeah.
Very classic looking though. Very classic Moana on Motunui.
There we go. Yeah, Moana shiny.
Which makes sense because they were the front images of the deck.
The deck.
Ariel is the last card. So that's that deck. I like that. I do find it interesting that some of the ones we found in the most recent Learn to Play trading game were in here.
In the first set.
I would like to think that by the time we've got to that, because that's the newest, the cards would be different. But they're clearly not.
Well, no, which is actually probably good because that suggests that there's less power creep in the game. So power creep is something that happens in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's happened in Magic the Gathering, but it's kind of happened in Magic the Gathering in the wrong way. It's really weird. Magic the Gathering, it's kind of gone like the cards were really powerful and they've made them weaker over time. Whereas in Yu-Gi-Oh! The cards get more and more powerful and the game kind of like, so the old cards become redundant. But the fact that the first set cards still being used in products suggests that they're probably
trying to not let that happen.
Yeah, as much.
So I've just opened up the booster pack because I want to get through this now. It's got the same as we had before. Check out the Disney Lorcana trading card game. But on the other side, they've got some artwork. And it's like Sketch Mickey.
That's cute.
I want to see if we get more that are different. So first up in the booster pack is Ariel, Who's Its Collector. This has also got a bit of a metallic look to it. Maybe they all do. And we just hadn't noticed. But yeah, this is her holding her items of Flounder.
Often booster packs come with one shiny. Or they used to in Pokemon. I don't know if that's the same. Yeah, that is a shiny.
I like it. Then we've got, yeah, she must be because this one's got no metallic. Then we've got Stitch, who's a rock star. So it looks like him playing on a beach or a stage, and he's with his little wooden guitar. Quite like that. Again, it's fitting to the film, but not actually, as far as I'm aware, in the film or the series. Robin Hood, Unrivaled Archer. Again, style of the film, keeping it quite classic. Him with his bow. Also where these cards are going to slide all over the table now. Anna, Heir to Arendelle. This is very similar to one we saw a bit earlier. Same outfit, same kind of frozen trees, but it's a different picture. I feel like I'd want Anna looking a little different by that point.
Okay.
So I find that a little annoying.
Okay.
We've already seen one of her in that outfit in amongst frozen trees, just a different image. Action, Fan the Flames. This is LeFou and a villager from Beauty and the Beast. Obviously during that famous fight scene when they're about to start raiding the Beast's castle.
Okay.
I might watch Beauty and the Beast later. Ah, that's cool.
What you got?
This is Starkey, one of Hook's henchmen. It's one of the other pirates that doesn't get a lot of time, like screen time. Oh, I swear he's got more I swear he's got tattoos in the film, but on there he doesn't. I feel like he's the one that ripples his arm muscle with the tattoos. But I like that. That's a really obscure character. I like that. Item, Beast's Mirror. I kind of wish that they'd made the mirror a bit reflective, like as a nod to it, but yeah. Oh, just Flounder when they're going through the shipwreck. He looks so worried, which is Flounder. Action, Stampede, so Lion King. I love the colours on this and that they've stuck to like the original colours of the film. It still feels very in
that
place.
is really nice.
Yeah. And then we've got Magic Broom again, which we've seen. Hakuna Matata, which we've seen.
And a Goofy?
Yeah, Goofy as a daredevil. I love Goofy, but I do find some of the animated designs they do for him makes me feel really uncomfortable. This isn't one of them, but it's teetering on the edge. Like, he always looks a little bit creepy.
So this is...
I can sit back and relax now.
The Queen and Gaston set.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is obviously a few sets later, but it still comes in that paper.
Tissue paper, yeah.
That we saw in Lauren's one. The kind of, tissue paper, grease paper. And then it also comes with a Floodborne booster pack.
Oh, it's got Raya on. So I've got a feeling this must have come out shortly after Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah, probably. Let's see if there's a date on this. Not that's jumping out to me immediately. So I'll move on and I'll have a look at it later. So this comes with the same kind of set of tokens, playmat, and a quick start rules guide. You had
Same as what I had, yeah.
Which is...
I didn't open mine up because it uses cards from that set. I didn't want spoilers.
Rightio, let me pop that down. So we're going to probably fly through this deck a bit.
Yeah, because Daniel has to actually go to work shortly.
Yeah.
And we've been here longer than I think we thought we'd be.
Yes.
Because we wanted to look for a thing. Anyway.
I've got a Porpsicle.
Oh, yeah, it's an item. It's the ice lolly that Nick Wilde
I've actually got 3 of those.
gives in Zootopia.
Gumbo Pot ×2.
So that is an item, and it's obviously from Princess and the Frog.
I've got 2 Fang crossbows.
I'm not sure what that would be from. Yeah. Maybe from Frozen, actually.
What's the quote?
There is no quote.
I've got launch, ready, aim, coconut.
I feel like that's definitely kind of inspired by Lilo and Stitch, but you can't really tell from the design. But the coconut would say maybe Lilo and Stitch.
4 dozen eggs.
Yep, another. This is an action card. And it is Gaston juggling his eggs.
I've got 1 copy of Winnie the Pooh having a think.
Me on a daily.
He's got like a magic spell being cast around him, or like he is casting. Got 3 copies of the Knock White Spirit.
Yep, so this is the water spirit from Frozen 2. Again, very in theme with the style of the film, which I like.
Phil?
Yeah, Philocrates from Hercules. Again, I like they've not just gone for like the main characters. I don't even think I've seen Hercules yet.
I have got Owl.
Oh, what, from Winnie the Pooh? Oh, I love that. It's him in his little rocking chair. Aww. That's really cute.
Judy Hopps.
Oh, I love my Judy. They've changed the animation on this, which I quite like, I'm going to be honest. But yeah.
Hiram
Colours on that are lovely.
Flavisham.
Yeah?
No idea.
Nope. I'll find out, but no.
I've got a Cruella de Vil card.
Oh, Cruella de Vil. Oh, it's her driving in a car. Again, they've kind of increased the steampunk style on it.
Yes. So this is also another one where they've really gone to town on the steampunk. I'm not sure how you're going to feel about it. It's Belle.
Oh, I love it. It gives me like it does give me Inventor's Daughter vibe.
Yeah.
Kind of feels a little bit like Sailor Moon meets steampunk meets Disney.
There you go.
I like that.
Painting the Roses Red.
Assuming that's an action card. Yeah, action song. So it's the cards Painting the Roses Red.
3 copies of The Queen.
Ah, the evil queen. Her magnificent glory. Some Snow White.
2 copies of Snow White.
Makes sense. They've given her a little bit more of a nose in this in the original movie. Well, I've got to say, that deer doesn't look happy to me. It's kind of like, why are you touching me?
3 copies of Sneezy.
Yeah, again, very much similar to the style of the movie, but not like a screenshot. Quite like the sort of magic that's going around him.
3 copies of Sleepy.
I think I know where this is going. Same again.
2 copies of LeFou.
Aha! Oh god, what have they done to his face?
Who knows?
They've made him look a bit like a rabid dog. He looks a little insane, I'm going to be honest.
2 copies of Happy.
Well, at least they broke it up with LeFou. Happy fits the same vibe as the other ones that we've looked at.
2 copies of Grumpy.
I told you I could see a theme.
Oh, sorry, 3 copies of Grumpy.
3 copies of Grumpy. Yeah.
1 copy of the Grand Duke.
Oh, he's from Cinderella. Again, it's not a screenshot from a movie, but it looks like it could be. Very classic Disney.
3 copies of Gaston.
Oh, I like that. They've kind of steampunked him as well. The baritone bully. I like that.
Dopey, ×2.
Yep, exactly as you'd expect.
2 copies of Doc.
From right, I think we're only missing Bashful.
Christopher Robin, which we've seen already.
We have seen Christopher
Got 1
Robin
copy
already.
of Christopher Robin there. And then I think these 2 will be Bashful.
Yes.
And then I will have my 2 shinies. So I've got 1 Gaston Intellectual Powerhouse, which is like a steampunk Gaston.
Yeah, kind of sort of the idea that he has all the ideas and they're always a little bit naff and primitive. Love the reflective like metallics on it.
And then the Queen Commanding Presence.
Oh, she is. That's not shiny though, is
It
it?
is a shiny, yeah. You
Oh,
can
it's...
see it's in the magic.
Yeah, it's only just though. Only just. Hope the camera picks it up. But yeah. Subtle. And now for the booster pack, yeah?
Yeah, booster pack. I've opened it. I've got the Magician Winnie the Pooh that we've seen previously.
Yep.
Felicia, always hungry.
Oh, yeah. She's from the Great Mouse Detective, I believe.
Yeah. The Queen of Hearts, quick tempered.
I like that. Again, they've sort of steampunked her a little bit with the yellow.
James role model.
Tiana's daddy.
Eudora? How do you pronounce it? Eudora?
Eudora, yeah, that is Tiana's mama.
Donald Duck.
Oh, I like that. It's kind of like he's a underwater explorer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that.
Tiana.
Although, would a duck wouldn't need a helmet to go underwater, would it?
It would if we went been there for a long period of time.
Okay. Oh, Tiana looks beautiful. That's stunning with the big dress and the greens. Oof. Oof.
Merlin as a goat.
I feel like we're going to see this a lot. We've seen him as a rabbit. We're now going to see him as different animals as we go. Him as a goat.
I've got Doc.
We've seen.
Queen of Hearts.
Oh, a different version of the Queen of Hearts. This time it's like her in the court rather than her out in the gardens. This is a bit more menacing to me than the other one. And more classic. They've not steampunked her. She's the classic design.
Flynn Rider.
They've got his nose wrong, which is kind of on theme. But it's very much like a swashbuckling kind of style of thief. Definitely him before Rapunzel.
I've got another Flynn Rider, but in shiny.
Ooh. Oh, it's only just shiny. Yeah, it's Flynn Rider with all his posters saying that he's wanted.
I will say this: the shinies in this are not as standout shiny as they are in some other card games.
Yeah, yeah.
And the art on these is different.
Ooh. I wonder if you can connect them all.
Maybe make a picture.
Yeah, because look, that's like the corner. It's like the corner of the picture.
Mm.
Interesting. That's the cards that we bought.
Yeah.
We did also buy some storage boxes for them as well. Because obviously I can't just have them lying around willy-nilly. They can't, you know.
So what we've purchased, just to explain, is we've bought Dragon Shield deck sleeves. These also come with these cardboard boxes, which you can use as deck boxes. And then we've actually bought the Lorcana ones, right? 2 of these. Now these I was incredibly impressed by. They were being sold at £6, which is very reasonable. They are a matte, kind of plastic acrylic, and the artwork on them looks high resolution. It looks really good. So yeah, I think £6 for branded deck boxes like this is very reasonable.
I gave up with the scissors trying to get into it.
Did you?
Yeah. Felt like the scissors were too big to get it off. You've done it first time, haven't you?
No, I haven't. I listened to you and I gave up.
I did it with my nail.
That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, obviously I know very little about deck sleeves and stuff like that.
Boxes.
But, oh, I know about the boxes because the amount of yours I found when I was unpacking the house. Yeah, so I went with Classic Mickey for the first chapter. So we put the first chapter set in there. It feels like a good plastic quality. A little stiff, I think, because it's new.
It'll wear in.
I don't know. I don't think it feels as nice as some of your ones that you've got. This feels like plastic, whereas I think some of yours have got that slightly velvet.
Well, I mean, I've got some more expensive deck boxes that I paid a lot more for, but as like a plastic deck box, this is fine. I don't know who's making them for them. It is still Ravensburger, it says so on the bottom. They're fine. They're nice little plastic deck boxes, high resolution images, so you can fit the theme of your deck in them. And then, yeah, the card sleeves will be card sleeves. There will be Dragon Shield ones.
So when do I use card sleeves?
So you put all these cards in there and it protects them.
And then you put them in the box?
Yeah.
Right.
You've got to individually sleeve your cards.
Right.
And it helps protect them.
Right, and then when you play with them, you can see through the sleeves, yeah?
Yes. So one side will be a matte colour and the other side will be clear. So, all of my...
There's a lot of setup to play some cards.
All of my many card games, my decks will have card sleeves. So you see that
matches, the back colour matches the mat I've got on my desk.
So if I was to take Flynn Rider out of here, all you do, rub it between your fingers, pop it in, and protect it.
I'm not going to do that on camera because we'll be here for hours.
Yeah.
I will do this
another time.
In a few hours. I'll do it before we play tomorrow. I'll do it in a few hours because I've got some wedding stuff to get on with.
There you go.
But we've got the teal blue and this is purple matte.
Yeah.
So teal and purple is the colours I got. I'm going to be honest, I really like the dragons on the front.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's us unboxing all the Lorcana cards. So far I'm impressed by the characters they've chosen and how they are varying up some of the designs. I do feel like the more recent ones, the designs look a little bit more intricate and they've put a bit more effort into it, whereas the original ones, it feels like they just took like snapshots from the film and stuck to the original design.
Yeah.
The feel of the cards are thinner than what I expected, not as glossy as some of the other ones we've got at home. But I still feel like once you've got them in their wrappers, they'll still be a good quality card.
Yeah, once they're in a card sleeve, they will be fine.
I'm intrigued to play it now, but that's a tomorrow job because you've got to go to work now.
I have got to go to work right now.
Yeah. So thank you for watching if you've got this far, and please do like, subscribe so you can see us playing it and giving it a go. We'll probably play this a few times and do multiple videos on it and then give sort of like a final review. But so far, I mean, I'm still intrigued. It's not put me off.
Okay.
I'm intrigued. But yeah, have a great day, guys. Bye.